The Wye is a beautiful and extensive river, designated a site of special scientific interest from tip to tail. The river is a host to all manners of animals, some that walk, some that fly, and others that crawl. These are green dock beetles, and the larger of the two is a pregnant female. And this is an alderfly. The alderfly doesn't have the ability to eat once it's metamorphosized and grown its wings, so this insect is not a threat. As larvae, they play an important role as a particularly tasty meal for many aquatic predators. The mallard duck. The most abundant and widespread of the ducks, these birds survive by feeding on a variety of foods, including plant matter, insects, seeds, berries, grain, and even small fish. One thing that they can't survive on, however, is bread. We're accustomed to feeding them bread, but in truth, while bread will fill them up, it won't give the ducks the nutrients they need to survive. And if they're full of our sweet loaves, they won't forage for the food that they do need to survive. While it may seem tiring to us, many birds rest while standing on only one leg. For them, their balancing act allows them to keep one foot off of the cold ground, tucked up in their warm feathers, minimizing heat loss and saving energy. You may not recognize this bird immediately, as its feathers are in a transitioning stage towards its adult plumage. But this is one of the most frequently spotted birds in the United Kingdom. This is a juvenile blackbird. Despite the name, only half of adult blackbirds sport their famous black feathers, the males. The female blackbirds have more of a brownish coat. If this juvenile is a male, it will develop a yellow ring around its eye, and its beak will slowly shift to the orangey yellow that makes it so recognizable. The mallard isn't the only duck on the wire. Much less common, with only 1% of the numbers of mallards in the UK, is the goosander. The goosander, also known as the common merganser, feeds mostly on fish. Using its streamlined body, they dive underwater to chase the fish down, even working cooperatively with others, holding its breath for up to 2 minutes. Though, the job is usually done in under 30 seconds. The females have a longer crest than the males, and whilst in the breeding season the males have a handsome green head, it will change to a colour more similar to the females once the season has passed. Smaller than the blackbird sits the common starling. Famed for their murmurations, where they gather in their thousands, these birds have another, more individual talent: mimicry. They use this ability mostly to impersonate other birds, but they have been heard producing all sorts of sounds, from car alarms to human speech. This is a pond skater. On the bottom of their feet they have special, water-repellent hairs that allow them to dart across the surface film of water. A predatory species, they feel for vibrations in this film, allowing them to find their insect prey. This striking, unmistakable bird is a kingfisher. When rearing young, they may have to catch over 120 fish every day to feed their brood. Kingfishers are sensitive to degradation in habitat, harsh winters, and water pollution. The River Wye holds many other species of animals, and it has the capacity to be a flourishing and bountiful ecosystem. But it needs help. If you're interested in finding out what you can do for the river, visit www.herefordshireWT.org/river-take-action, and together we can bring even more life to the Wye.